Hi, this is Robbie Thomas, your Bay Area downsizer, and I wanted to bring you a breakup of the closing costs. So, how much does it cost to sell your house in the Bay Area? Well, let me break down the typical costs involved in selling a house in the Bay Area, though keep in mind that these are approximate ranges and it can vary based on which city around the Bay Area and specific circumstances. First would be the real estate agent commission. All agent commissions are negotiable. There is no fixed fee whatsoever, and every seller can have a discussion with the agent they're going to choose to go with and negotiate any fee. It can be a fixed fee, it can be a commission fee, but the general ranges historically has been 5 to 6 or more percentages depending on what their comfort is. It can be much lower too, but everything is negotiable. There's no fixed fee as such. Then this usually gets split between the buyers and the sellers, but after the August 17th mandate from the National Association of Realtors because of a nationwide lawsuit, cannot this particular percentage cannot be put into the MLS stating that the seller is paying for buyer's closing costs. Although the seller can advertise through the listing agent on third party websites or through telephonic conversations and everything. Even then, there's no fixed commission whatsoever. It is completely 100% negotiable. There are situations where some sellers will not pay any commission completely. They won't pay even a small fee. They might just say, hey, let the buyer's agent pay for the whole commission. But some sellers who are educated and they completely understand what the market forces are, understand that most buyers, when they're buying a home, like the average cost of a single family home in the Bay Area is 1.3 million, and slightly in the mid range will go to 1.7 to $2 million in a fantastic school area. These home buyers, even though they have the money to put 20% or 30% down, don't have any more extra money to pay the buyer's agent commission. So what happens is they will stay out of the marketplace and will not join this crowd of buyers who are planning to make an offer. And that one buyer, maybe that one buyer who's willing to make an offer for your house at a premium. So sellers who understand that will say, well, let's pay for the buyer's side commission too, even though you cannot advertise it on the MLS and there's no fixed fee or fixed commission rate whatsoever. It is negotiable. And number two would be the staging costs, which is another big ticket item because it depends on what kind of stager you're using. Are you using a nominal stager, something cookie cutter, the average colors, average staging equipment, somebody's not been in the business for a long time who just wants your business, to a very seasoned stager who's well reputed, whose calendar is completely blocked, and also varies from square footage of the house. So for a typical 1,300 to 1,500 square feet home, it's between 2,800 to 3,400, and that's for 30 days. And if it's for a bigger home, it can go 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 for a luxury home because the material used is also premium. And the clock resets every 30 days unless negotiated before you sign the contract with the staging company. It is also optional, but most stage homes sell faster because buyers who are sitting online and looking at these pictures, they get emotive. They fall in love with the property and they start imagining that they're going to live in that house just by looking at those pictures, and that's probably why they're going to go into the open house, if there is an open house, or schedule an appointment with their agent to go visit the property in person. But staging really helps. So $3,000 to $12,000. Then there's the pre-sale preparation. You've decided to go on the market, and there are certain things you got to do to make it ready to list on the MLS and be make available for the open market to come visit and see the property. Some of them may be just handyman services like changing your doorknobs, changing faded mirrors in the bathroom, but they all add up. If it is a whole house that needs to be taken care of and just to make it look nice, no creaky doors, and some alarms need to be reset, batteries to be changed, all the smoke detectors working condition, you know all that adds up, and it's between 2,000 to $6,000 just for that basic repairs. This is not including any other repairs which are detailed, which come up in the inspection reports. We'll go there. Then the other important thing would be professional cleaning. Professional cleaning is professional deep cleaning, where they actually pressure wash the windows, the outside of the house, the clean the gutters, prune the trees in front, power wash the driveways, the side yards, including the fences. There's, remove the nets which are torn, replace those nets. All these things are taken care by the deep cleaning services, including cleaning the refrigerator, all the appliances, make it all clean and stain free, make it smell good, make the floors all shiny. It's a lot of work. Sometimes it takes between 6 to 10 hours to do that deep cleaning for the crew to come in, and that easily would come in at about 1,200 to 2,200 depending on the size of the home. Okay, the next thing would be the inspections, which is part of the pre-listing process. The first would be inspection report for the roof, because we always want to show that the roof is in good working condition, and it also shows how long the roof is viable before a new roof replacement is required. So the buyer can figure out, like, okay, this is what I need to do before I move into the house, or I have this much time before I replace a roof. There are some leaks which I need to get fixed. Is that something that I can negotiate with the seller during the escrow process or while writing up the offer in advance? It helps. The second would be the general home inspection, where they check for all electrical appliances if they're functioning properly, plumbing appliances if they're functioning properly, if there's any smoke detectors that are working or not working. They go through an entire checklist of items that needs to be addressed, and that shows up in the report. The third would be wood destroying pest inspection. Well, especially in California, and especially more in the Northern California, which is the Bay Area where we are at, there is subterranean termites, there's wood rot. All these things need to be addressed before the house is put on the market, because sometimes you as a seller might choose to fix it and help the buyer out, because the buyer might not have the money to fix it. Also, it might show better in the inspections, and it will show better just when viewing the property. Then the other thing would be the chimney inspection. So older homes have got chimneys, and it's always best to have the chimney inspection done. Then the other big one is the foundation. Because we are in the fault line area, these inspections are almost a must, especially just to see that the foundation is okay. Well, if the buyer comes in with an offer with a contingency, and you accept that offer, and they put in a contingency to do foundation inspection, and they pay for that inspection, the inspection could come up with a plethora of information that you are not yet aware of, because you as a seller didn't spend for it in advance. To avoid that, it's best to put all these inspections together, and the total cost would be about $2,700, all inclusive, between the inspection, the roof inspection, general inspection, pest inspection, chimney, and the foundation. So, and these are various companies who do that, because most companies don't do all of them, and that needs to be coordinated. The next would be the title insurance. The title insurance cost would be somewhere between $2,000 to $4,000. The escrow fees to close escrow would be $2,000 to $3,500. Then there's number eight would be the county transfer tax. So every time there's a transfer of title from ownership, there is a county transfer tax. Now that varies county by county, and it's roughly around $1.10 per thousand off the sale price. Then there is item number nine is a city transfer tax. Now, most cities do not have that city transfer tax, but there are some which actually do, and they are significantly high. So in San Francisco, it's about $7.50 per thousand on properties over 250,000, and we know there's hardly anything under 250,000 or even half a million in San Francisco. Then in Oakland, it is $15 per thousand on properties over 300,000. So any property over 300,000 automatically attracts $15 per thousand on a city transfer tax when you're transferring title. Also, you have to keep in mind is a sewer lateral. Some cities enforce a sewer lateral, especially if the property is older than 20 years, where at transfer or at sale of property, the seller must have the sewer lateral inspection done, and if there is any problem with the sewer lateral line, it has to be fixed before the home is sold. That can run between 10 to 15,000 or more, simply because of the labor costs and the distance from the house to the street where the sewer lateral line needs to be replaced. That's also another big ticket item you should consider. You should also consider the natural hazard disclosure cost, which also is a couple of $100, which shows the fault lines where they are, the gas pipelines where they are underneath, if there's electrical lines there, if there's railway lines there, if there's a BART station close by. Everything shows up in that natural hazard disclosure, which also includes a map of these items that I discussed. But that's a couple of $100, but it adds up. Moving costs when you're decided to sell the home, and you're depending on if you're moving locally or out of state, including all the items that you need to take while you're moving, it is between $5,000 to $12,000, depending on what kind of containers you're ordering, and which state lines you're going to cross, and timelines, or if you got to store material in a storage unit before you make that move. Anyways, but all this adds up, and a total cost typically range between 6 to 8% of the entire sales price when all expenses are taken into consideration. I hope this helps you. If you need any more detailed information, do give me a call at 510-374-2264. Robbie Thomas, your Bay Area downsizer, or you can click on the link below for a free no obligation consultation where I can take you through in-depth for your specific property and your property valuation. Thank you and have a wonderful day.